Welcome back to the Hopeless Fan Podcast. It is Monday, February the 24th. Zach and Scotty joining me. We're going to have a loaded pod today for your reference. We're talking Zion. We have our dog houses. The Astros are back in the news every day. A Chasing Payments update on Twitter. Our guy, NFL Combine starts. It's hand size season. Rip your rankings for Zach. Best bets for the day? I don't know. NFL.com irrational headline reactions. And a surprise for you two, we have NFL shuffle of favorite off-the-field memories. How about that?
I like it.
Bad category.
And it's a great way to stay in shape.
It is a great way to stay in shape. Another way to stay in shape is to not have episodes disappear, and that is unfortunately what happened to you guys. Zach, do you want to just hand up it, or do you want to explain what happened, or do you want to just tell me some of the highlights from an episode that we'll never hear?
It's a technical difficulties that we've been plagued with. Both my track and Scotty's track, just very files were corrupted. Not to get too technical.
It's weird. That's never happened before.
I guess Shelby.
I think Zach sabotaged
Shelby's
it.
the glue that holds it all together. No, I was having a good time, but I guess Shelby's the glue that holds everything together, both in content and You know what? I think Shelby got into voodooism. And he just put a hex on our episode. He didn't want us to succeed, Scotty.
Zach, that's 50 minutes of my life I'll never get.
Yeah, you and me both.
I was super bummed because I was driving pretty much all week, and I was really looking forward to listening to it. And it was like, that was so deflating. I was like an hour into a 4-hour drive.
It was a solid episode. Shelby, you come at us with the segments. You hold it together as the host of the show, as, you know, the segment host. But, you know, we kind of just freeformed it, and it turned out pretty well.
I mean, I could still put it out. It's just it doesn't sound great. But I mean, you can still get the gist, but it just doesn't. It's very.
I was gonna say is that you guys freeballing it, I think, would be pretty entertaining. That's why I was kind of.
It was
because every other time I've had to miss, it's just been like a little teaser, like 20 minutes or so. But it looked like you guys actually delved deep into shit. So I was like really looking forward to it. So pretty bummed.
Yeah, it was a good episode, but, you know, maybe one day Zach will reprise it, but then the content won't even fucking matter at that point. So, really, we're just going to count our losses, I guess, chalk it up as an L. My girlfriend loved not spending 50 minutes with me. So.
Zach, is there any chance that, like, I can just get it for myself?
Oh, yeah.
Even though the audio is bad?
For sure.
Because I'd love that.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Absolutely.
All right.
And Scotty, just to say, like, I had to be up at 4:30 the next morning, so if you think you felt bad, how do you think I felt?
Well, you didn't start editing it until the next day.
I still had to record it and waste all that time that I could have been getting ready for bed.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I had to miss The Bachelor for no reason.
Scotty's is worse. Zach having issues with needing that much sleep is like that's the 17th time in the last 2 months he's used that.
Well, I'm guessing with being how overweight. Listen, with being how overweight I am, I'm sure I have undiagnosed sleep apnea, so I need 9 to 10 hours of sleep to feel good the next day.
That's a trait of a sociopath. Just self-diagnosing.
Let the record show that Zach was at my house. We went to the book, came back to my house, and watched Gonzaga like against some scrub until 1 a.m. when I had to be up at 5. And I said nothing. I was like, just remember this when you're complaining about not getting 8 hours, that you were at my house.
All he had to do was go get a small child onto a school bus, and that's about it.
Well, I still had to be up at 5 o'clock, Zach.
Yeah, but...
Oh, what do you have to do? Just monitor people driving?
Yeah.
It's like you're babysitting adults that are not even there.
If only you knew what I had to deal with on a daily basis.
All right, for your reference, another thing Zach will hate, it's Zion, because I actually buried the lead there. It was supposed to be a trivia question. But anyway, so Carmelo Anthony has the most consecutive games with 20-plus points as a teenager. Zion now with 8. Last night, I think he had 28. Pelicans beat the Warriors 115-101. Zach, were you wrong about Zion, or you still hate him?
Well, you can be wrong about someone and still hate them. But, I mean, he's off to a hot a hot start. Yeah, you gotta give it up. He's off to a hot start. We'll see if he can keep it together long term. Still not convinced of his durability. He's played 10 games, if that. So
right,
exactly. So,
well,
he's a fucking monster.
Oh my god. In today's NBA though, he'll get to rest like every other day. But Zach, let me propose a question to you. if Zion was a star at Kansas last year, would you still hate him? Or maybe like not even Kansas because you'll probably have beef with them for some reason. If he was a star at like Rutgers and he was Zion Williamson now, would you
They beat
hate him?
Baylor.
Would you hate him?
Yeah.
So it's only the Duke thing.
Yeah, I don't like any
Oh.
Duke players. I don't like Jason Tatum. I don't like Marvin Bagley. I don't like. I didn't even like JJ Redick when he was on the Clippers. So, yeah, I don't care for him.
This is
former Clippers fan.
This is where your bias. Yeah, you need to. This is bad
I don't
sports
care.
bias, right?
Absolutely. That's so like
So?
if
It's a
Zion
whole different league.
if Zion was from Rutgers, you wouldn't open that. Remember that night he made his debut and
Yeah.
we had a pod the next day and you just
Yeah.
kind of
Yep.
you kind of went in on him. You wouldn't have went in
No.
on him if he was from Rutgers. Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's
I
sad.
you
didn't.
lost
Say,
all
I wasn't
credibility.
asking for. I wasn't
And-
asking
Right.
for credibility.
Doghouse
I don't
times
care.
two.
I'm not. I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I don't care. I just don't like him because he played at Duke.
But like when I remember you did that rant and you made some like good points where I agreed with you. And now I'm just like, okay, well Zach's coming from a place of
Okay.
hate
Well,
that
again,
will never go away.
Again, don't care.
So-
It's unjustifiable. Hey, Shelby, you know those rooms that Shelby, you know those rooms that you could just go and break glass or objects in?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm pretty sure Zach should just like invest in one of those.
Yeah, every time like
Get
Zion
some of this aggression.
Every
out.
time Zion comes up to
Jesus.
ESPN, Zach like takes a light bulb out of a lamp and goes into like the road by his house. Just like that'll show him. He's overweight. He'll break an ankle one day landing. I swear. Zach, how you doing?
Duke didn't deserve him.
I'm looking at
how you
lines
doing,
for
Zach?
the not top 25 teams that are playing tonight. See where else I'd like to waste my money.
Oh, okay.
That is
Oh,
not toxic at all. Though,
There's Zach's
because
there's Zach's betting lines. He's like, all right, which higher ranked team is favored? So obviously they're favored and they're higher ranked, so they're gonna cover.
Zach, that's not toxic at all. Whenever I'm pissed, I also
I'm not
look
pissed.
at what I can bet
I'm just
to make
not.
me
I
feel
just
happier.
done
Right,
with the current conversation, waiting for the next segment.
Zach, dude, why are you so mad right now?
Dude, Zach, you gotta calm down,
fuming.
bro. This is ridiculous.
You guys want to do Doghouse of the Week? Doghouse of the Week?
Yeah,
get,
I do.
Get the attention off Zach since he's so fucking
Yeah.
steamed. Okay.
My doghouse of the week is Zach.
Okay. That's why I set it up that way. All right. And why?
Because he lost the tracks. I
Oh.
blame him.
Yeah. Is that your only doghouse? So bare minimum?
No, it's not.
Okay. I
No,
was gonna
no.
say.
There's always. Zach always has an honorary doghouse, but no, my doghouse of the week, and I kind of touched on it to you guys off the pod, but it's Torrey Craig. He's a Nuggets player, and here's why. I actually had the line of Minnesota plus 13, but it started off as Minnesota plus 14 against Denver in Denver, and Denver's coming off a loss not only during the All-Star break, but right after the All-Star
Was
break
this last
against.
night?
Oh man, this was last night. Yeah, but they had just had just lost 2 in a row. The Nuggets did.
Thunder
And
waxed
they're
them.
up. Right, yeah, but they were up 128 to 111 with like a minute 30 left, and I even Snapchat my friend. I said, "Yeah, it was the Thunder." Yeah, thank you, Shelby. But I even Snapchat my friend, and I was like, why do I feel like the Wolves are still going to cover?" But
I didn't
so
get that
here's what
snap.
happened. It was 128 to 114, and I'm sorry, Shelby, you didn't get the snap.
Wait, it was
I'm gonna
128 to 111 because that's what you said earlier.
Right. But with it turned into 128 to 114. They hit a 3, and I was like, oh my god, here we go. Because the Nuggets were missing shots. Their bench unit was in. They didn't really care. But anyway, 128 to 114. The Nuggets inbound. I don't know if there was something wrong with the play clock on the TV. Like it wasn't showing the shot clock that the Nuggets apparently had, or maybe did. But according to my TV screen, according to America's TV, the Nuggets had no shot clock with 18 seconds left. They could have stood there and dribbled out the ball. But Torrey Craig runs a play, posts up, and shoots a fadeaway jumper and misses it. And then on the breakaway, he fouls the Minnesota player going to the basket. And
How many? Yeah.
and so the Nuggets win 128 to 116. Cover
Timber-
and Minnesota covers.
So
and
you
I'm
won.
like I won, right. But the doghouse is because America, obviously, I mean, that was just a miraculous, disastrous cover. Like, I'm not talking about it just for me, but I feel like doesn't that kind of situation just kind of make you think like, did Vegas have a hand in this? Like, are the play like, you know what I mean? Like that just seems like so irrational.
Not when
like unless
I mean,
there's like bad beef against the players, like why would you
Right.
post up and run a play? That makes zero sense.
I get what you're saying. Like you want answers at some point, but like
I just
people
don't get their logic.
People
at
have been
all.
trying to find Vegas answers forever, and it's kind of what I told Zach is like when a spread's really close and it comes down to a bad beat, you're just like, how does Vegas know? But how many times does Vegas just get it completely wrong, or an under hits by 24 points, or an over hits by 15, or a 5-point favorite wins by 21? So they're wrong a lot of the time too. But there's just those certain bad beats. I don't know. Like Vegas didn't have a hand in Torrey Craig doing that, but I wonder how many like hate DMs that he got like requested for.
Right.
That's what
Yeah,
runs through my mind is that like there's people that lost that thousands of dollars swung on that boneheaded 10 seconds
Right.
of Torrey Craig.
Right.
And like
Exactly.
I wonder what it like. He's got to know what he did. No chance he doesn't. Right. By the time
At this point, no.
by the time he got like, home that night, woke up the next morning, people knew, or he knew, like what was at stake for people there, right?
Yeah, but I think you should look up that play just so you can get a reference and just see how kind of ridiculous it is. Like, why? But I guess like fouling is better than letting the dude go to the basket because he had a free avenue to the bucket, but to get a bucket. But hey, I don't know. But this is the second time that I've been on the right side of a miraculous. Like I am notorious for having the bad beats, but this is the second time in the same week that I had a good beat or that I had a good win. Come from behind. My other one was Gonzaga minus 17.5 or 16.5,
Oh,
and
that
they
was
were
a- that
down
was a great
9
one.
at halftime. And with 3 seconds left, for some reason, they got fouled, and they're like, and the announcer was like, "Take a shot here. Don't let your player get a random turnover. Like, let's just take a shot." And they did up from the 3-point line to cover and win by 17, and it was like the most miraculous cover that like major sports Twitter accounts were talking about it. Like CBS Sports was like, Gonzaga miraculously covers after being down 9 at halftime.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. It was nice to be on the right side of that for once.
Right. And speaking, I guess we'll just go into best bets, and then we'll get to our favorite Twitter follow wherever. Best bets. Zach has a barrage of good picks for tonight. I don't know if they're good because Zach, like, you're in the early stages of degenerate gambling. When like, what's your logic behind taking Delaware State plus 11.5 against Morgan State? And like,
There's not much, but I'll tell you my logic behind Mississippi Valley State is do you remember that when I took them money line to get their first win of the season to win like $100?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
every now and again they've gotten their second win of the season so far. So I saw them on the board tonight, and I said, you know what, let's give them a chance. They've worked well for me before. I'm feeling them. They're my boys. Let's at least try to cover.
Okay, good luck, Zach. He's got four of the 6 games Zach just bet on. No one's gonna watch. Morgan State, Delaware State, North Carolina A&T against Maryland Eastern, Mississippi Valley State versus Prairie View A&M, and Alabama A&M versus Southern.
Alabama,
no one's watching
Alabama
that.
A&M has won me money before as well, so they have a special
So
place
yeah,
in my
it's
heart.
the gambling rewards
So they're
program.
destined
When,
to win
when
you
a
again.
team wins you money, you
Yeah.
you shift to that
Yeah.
team. That's why Scotty claimed that I was a Steelers fan all year. Because every time I locked in an under for the Steelers, it wasn't even like I never even had to sweat it.
Yeah, here's the thing. That's why I kind of considered myself a half Buckeyes fan this past year in football.
Yeah,
they
you
just won
can't.
me
That run was unreal.
every time I bet them. They just made me money, and that's how I feel about Kentucky this year. Kentucky
It was
basketball.
great. It was great. People freaking out over Ohio State football when like their streak of covering was ended against Rutgers when they were like minus 56 or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're like mine. Yeah, exactly. That was funny. But
Go ahead.
Shelby, that was one of the things Zach and I had covered in our podcast last week that got deleted or disappeared somehow.
What was it?
Was the fact that I really like Kentucky this year in college
Yeah.
basketball. I
They,
love
like,
Kentucky,
If they
and I like their point guard
if
Maxey
they can
and
shoot,
Quickly.
they're great. But I mean, I felt like they've maybe it was just the games I bet was that they don't blow a lot of teams out. So they were, I think,
No, they come from behind to cover.
They were like early, because there's like early
And-
hype on Kentucky like every year, and so they were like double-digit point favorites in a lot of games, and then they weren't covering, so the
Right.
lines moved to realistic standards, and now they're playing pretty well in a betting stance.
So Kentucky to me are live bet
That must be nice.
gods. You live bet them when they're down because they have always come back. So that's when I've won on Kentucky. I don't think I've ever placed a Kentucky bet before the game. I've watched it. I'm like, they're down, but I think they win this. And, they're always just like -2 at that point or something. But, I mean, I just don't think there's any holes on the Kentucky team when they get going. They have 2 big men who can control the perimeter and play good defense and rebound. And they got 2 really good shooting guards and one's like a really good point guard to facilitate. I think Kentucky makes it to the
Hagen's quickly
Elite
and Maxey are a great backcourt to complement Richards and I've been watching too much Dayton basketball. I can't remember the name of the white guy. The other
center.
Yeah,
The other
so
center.
that's just the thing, Scotty's. A lot of teams, you bet on them later in the year when they have good coaching. It's like the Celtics are like an unreal against the spread record after last night when they're road underdogs. They almost beat the Lakers outright. Yeah, it's like
Really?
it's like 70-something%. It's like Brad Stevens, good coach. It's like with the Chiefs down the stretch. Andy Reid covered in everything after they were middle of the pack when Mahomes was injured. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, we'll shift gears to our favorite.
Can I talk about
Twitter
my best bets?
We just gave you 6 of them.
Okay. That's okay.
No, go ahead. What's your best bet? Best
Okay,
bet
so-
for tonight.
Well, I just want to talk about.
Bet your
No,
house
it's-
on this bet.
So, okay, I guess it's not a bet for tonight. I just wanted to talk about the track record I've had since the 11th of February. So I've since February 11th, I've placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bets. And of those 12 bets, I have gone. Let's see, 1, 2. I have gone 10 for 12. So, this is just a testament, and we talked about this before we started recording, that I have switched off of the parlay game and into the straight bet game, and it has worked out so well. So, public service announcement to all of you who probably already know, don't bet parlays. Straight bets hit way more often.
That's a very good assessment, Zach. Straight bets are the way to go. They might not win you that big lump sum of money at one time, but it's always the safer play. But talk about a guy whose parlay I thought was going to hit, and that's Chasing Payments, our guy. And, he just can't even buy a winner right now. So he actually deleted the tweet, which was a game that I agreed with him on. It was, I think, maybe a few weeks ago. It was Rhode Island at Dayton. And Rhode Island was plus 11. I loved Rhode Island plus 11 in that game because I feel like Dayton, it's rare that they blow out teams that, actually have a pulse. Zach, you can agree to that, right?
Oh, absolutely. The 2 losses were against 2 quality teams, and they both went into overtime. So when you play, even the VCU game, I had a freaking coronary watching that game. The team that's really not that good, but they've got good defense and a decent coach. So yeah, I would fully agree with that.
Yeah. So Rhode Island plus 11. I locked it in. He locked it in for $10,000. And by the time I even turn on the game, it's like I got to stream it because cable cutter, millennial, what a do, baby. But by the time I turn on the game, Dayton's up 17 to donuts, and I think Rhode Island maybe cut the lead to like 12 at one point, but that was it. So Chasing Payments, $10,000 in the hole there, and then I love that out of the blue that he doesn't tweet for like 3 or 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
So when he does let one rip,
Let it fly.
one rip like he did last Wednesday, February 19th. He just said, let it fly. $10,000 3-team moneyline parlay to win $11,000. It was UNC Greensboro. I forget who they played, but they barely won in overtime. They were minus 450. Wofford, thank you. And then I forget who
played
SMU
Wofford.
played too, but they lost Tulane on the road. SMU was minus 320, so they lost. It was done. And even his third team, Duke, was on the road at NC State minus 290. They got upset, stormed the court on. So he just can't buy a winner. And it's just like it's some of the best. I mean, it's a nice to know you can go there and be like, I don't have it that bad. And you always look for that when you lose.
And now he's going through the phase of every degenerate bettor who's lost so much. It's just like complete like depression. Every tweet he's like, I would bet Akron minus 11.5, but again, I suck.
And that also didn't hit, by the way.
Poor bro.
They won by 10.
It didn't?
No, they won by 10.
Oh my god.
So I mean,
I'm glad he didn't put 10K on
right.
it.
So yeah, chasing payments, hang in there. I'm kind of rooting for him at this point because a few times I've caught myself like, I kind of hope this doesn't hit, or I fade him for my own personal gain and that hits. So I'm actually on his side now. I'm genuinely feeling bad.
I kind of wish I would have faded him for the last 4 weeks.
Oh, absolutely.
Just because, I mean, that's his money line parlay. Only 1 out of 3 hits, and they're all huge favorites. That's
minus
terrible.
290 was the worst odds he had. That's unreal. 1 for 3. All right, guys. It's also NFL Combine time, and it's one of the more boring times where I binge watch NFL Network for 12 hours.
Let's talk men's hand sizes.
Yeah, because Joe Burrow already said he's threatening to retire because they said his hands are too small. And then it's like, oh, he really doesn't want to go to the Bengals, and it's just
they treat small. They're really against small hands.
Motherfucker got Trump hands, bro.
But yeah, it's like now it's like all these athletes are going to be running the 40, and like they're going to judge every little split second. Is it really that big of a deal if it's like between 4.29 and 4.35? Is it like
not at quarterback?
I'm just going to say it is because. Right. They'll stop writing articles.
Yeah.
If it isn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I need football fix.
I really can't stand it.
I can't wait to complain about 7/8. Oh, dude. So I heard on the radio on the way home today because this was actually one of the topics was the hand size measurements, and I guess and it was so funny because they brought up Brandon Allen, former Arkansas quarterback. You might know him as the Broncos backup quarterback from this past season. Weighed in at 8.5 inches for hand size, which is barely adult.
I probably have like 7-inch hands.
Really?
Would not be surprised. I'm gonna go get the tape measure.
And then they said, which is barely adult, and then they laughed at him, so they just made matters worse. And then they said he stretched out his hands. He spent the next 2 weeks from the Senior Bowl to the Combine, or however long it is, stretching out his hands somehow. By heating them, I don't know, and then he measured up to 8 7/8.
So it did work.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh my god, that's
so Burrow. You
guys want to take a wild guess as to what my hand size is?
8'2".
Scotty?
No, I
I don't want to take a guess.
7'7".
Okay, you sure, Scotty?
Yeah, I don't want to.
7 1/4 inches.
Jesus!
I want you to measure yours,
dude. Zach,
Shelby.
do you need your lunch packed for preschool?
I think you.
I have
measure your
hands.
hands.
I have huge hands.
Measure your hands.
Huge hands. I do not have a tape measure.
Okay.
You know what they say about huge hands?
Huge gloves.
Huge bet tickets.
Yeah, nice one, Scotty. That was great.
Huge parlays.
Yeah. No, I have huge. I can palm a basketball, Zach. I don't have 7 1/4 inch.
You can palm a youth-size basketball?
No, an actual basketball.
No. Right on cue, okay. Zach's dogs.
Yeah. Molly's like, no fucking way he can palm a basketball. So, NFL Combine. When's free agency, Scotty?
Usually like March 24th or something like that. We were officially a month away on Friday, I believe. So March 21st.
That's how long it is until free agency?
Yeah, doesn't that suck?
Dude, I thought it was like March 8th. It's March 18th. Okay. That's a little better.
So last Wednesday we were a month away.
That's a fun couple of hours, but yeah. Anyone dive into the XFL this weekend? I sure did.
I saw that defenders got
Yeah,
blown
dude,
out.
Big
overrated AF. Cardale Jones, bust, dude.
What a loser.
think so.
What a freaking bum.
4 picks. Zach, care to comment on your
Jeez.
school producing quarterback talent?
My school,
name
I
another
went to Wright State
NFL.
University, so
Your football,
it's
your
not
college
my
football,
school.
Your college football team.
Correct. He did play about how many games did he start at Ohio State? Like 6? Yes, he did play a few games at Ohio State.
I don't know. Big Ohio State
Yeah,
fan would
seriously.
probably know that, though.
Yeah. I
So-
wouldn't know.
Yeah, Cardale Jones, total bust. Defenders, total frauds. Went on the road for the first time. 10-point favorites and lost by 30. Yikes.
Hey, you guys see my my team start the AAF Legend? We're probably going to happen
Oh,
soon.
who's that?
Luis Perez,
Yeah, is he back?
newest Guardians QB.
Shit.
Got a bike.
Wait, did Matt McGloin play this week?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
so he was awful because they lost to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, XFL. They had the
But it was cool seeing St.
Yeah,
Louis
yeah, St.
play
Louis
football
was
again.
bumping.
And it-
Yeah. It's good to see. You love to see them, back on their football game. Also, my Wildcats, you talk about my defenders, yeah, sure, but my Wildcats had a great game. They won by 30. I don't know if you guys saw this. They played the DC Defenders and they blew them out of the water.
yeah, what I just mentioned.
That's the joke. Look at
Okay.
you
Oh,
picking
well,
up on all kinds of things.
That's pretty bad when I don't even know when it's a joke or not. So work on that. All right, Zach. Let's spice things up. Non-sports stuff. Ripping your rankings. You got what? What are you ranking today?
We're ranking what you do when it's hot outside for the first time.
Oh yeah, so we're experiencing this in Ohio now. It's like every now and then, in the next like month or so, we're gonna have nice days where you can go outside, smell the air, and you don't have to like bundle up. So Zach, when that day comes, what are you doing besides smoking?
Yeah, when if you're lucky enough to not have a cold, because it seems like 3 months out of the year everyone in Ohio has a cold. All right, so we'll go with number 5. Just that first day where you're like, because there's some days when you wake up and you look at the forecast and it's like, can I wear shorts today? I don't know. He's like,
Yeah,
I
that's
better
the
put
one.
on some pants. I don't know what it's gonna be like. But that first day where you can confidently put on a pair of shorts and go outside, and your calves can breathe. That's a good day.
So Zach could wear shorts every time he goes out to just smoke a cigarette before heading back inside.
Right.
All right, number 4. Similar concept, but for the northern regions of your body, being able to wear tank tops.
Oh God, Zach.
Jesus.
Do you guys not wear
Zach-
tank tops?
Zach in a tank top and shorts.
Blimey.
No, I just
Blimey.
I don't wear it. I don't wear.
No, I don't add it.
Well, this is for all people, not just myself. So,
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Zach, I can definitely Zach. The reason I'm laughing is because I can just picture you smoking a cigarette on your porch in a tank top and
With,
shorts,
like-
like a wife
With,
beater.
like,
and I can
Jesus,
picture you on your very small side porch trying to hide the fact from your girlfriend that you're smoking a cigarette also. All right, number 3.
Ooh. Damn.
Number 3, having a barbecue or a cookout of some kind. I love it, especially that one Memorial Day in May. That Memorial Day barbecue. Oh, that's
That hits.
fantastic.
Burgers on the grill never fails.
Exactly. Number 2, going fishing. Like, I know some people, like some psychos, like to go like ice fishing. Sociopaths like to do that. But being able to go out to your favorite local watering hole,
Oh shit! I'm
lake.
gonna breed.
Yeah, going fishing. Fantastic. Number 1 for me, either going for a nice warm walk, with your dogs, with your betrothed, whatever it may be. Just being able to go for that first warm spring walk is just fucking. I love it.
All right, Scotty.
Go ahead
What
and rip
about
it.
this list do you hate?
Everything.
I might have gone fishing like fucking 3 times.
Well,
my
that's-
Zach,
entire
you and I are
life.
gonna rip some lips. We're gonna go fishing together.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. Okay.
Fishing's one of the more therapeutic things you can do.
Yeah, Scotty's one of those millennials
disagree.
that just doesn't get what the whole fishing thing.
No, I'm surprised you do, Zach. I thought you'd be so anti-fishing.
I went.
I don't know why.
Every summer between ages of 10 and 15, I went up to my grandparents in Wisconsin. They live on the banks of the Mississippi, and I'd go fishing up there for about a week with my grandpa.
Sounds
I know.
terrible.
Now, Scotty,
yeah,
picture 10-year-old Zach in shorts and a tank top, smoking a cigarette, like flicking it into a pond.
It's fishing.
Well, a lot of good times up there. He taught me how to. My grandpa taught me how to drive parallel park in a 1998 Ford F-150. So good times.
I'd rather not waste the nice day getting mosquito bites, sweating, and then like not
You ever
accomplishing.
wear
anything.
bug spray?
Seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't.
Scotty's
fucking
never
work
had
ever.
the thrill of actually catching something. That's
I
his
don't
problem.
think Scotty has ever.
No, I have. I've gone fly fishing and
has
I've
he ever
caught
gone
many fish,
outside? That's
but
my
it just
question.
Was boring.
I don't know.
I live outside.
I'm
son. You don't
I'm
fucking
out
know
on the
me.
tank tops. I'm with Scotty on that. I would like. I don't have the body to wear a tank top with confidence.
That's the thing. Well, you guys aren't married, so once you guys get married, you start to like not care about
sh-
I
if
know
you have
I
the
will
body
never not
for a
care
certain
about what
outfit.
I look like. I will never not care.
Well,
what I look
Right.
You know
I'm
what?
Not, I'm too
That's your own
superficial.
insecurities.
and that's fine.
Insecurities
I'm
that
just
I don't
saying.
have.
Hey, whatever. We're admitting it. And you know what? Hiking. You don't have hiking, on
Hiking
there.
is
Long,
good.
long walks don't count.
Yeah,
Walking.
yeah.
How is okay? So I basically have hiking. It's just going for a walk, hiking in your
No, but
neighborhood.
you could go for a walk down the street. With you said like with your
Right.
dogs, just leisurely walking. Hiking, you gotta go drive to it. Go
Yeah,
up,
but you-
go up in the mountains.
A lot of people
like
do that
parks.
in the winter.
Spending
Like
times
a
in
lot of
parks.
people, normal people, do that in the winter time, in the fall, and stuff as well. So
People don't walk their
how
dogs
about like outside basketball, recreational
That was
sports?
my thing with Scotty. That was going to be my number one. Is like you get to, like if it's like March 20th and it's warm enough to go hoop outside.
Oh, dude, it's
fuck
easy.
me up.
they will
I'd
fuck
be
you
like,
up. You're not very good at basketball, Shelby.
Zach, I can't wait to play you.
Shelby's way better
Oh,
than you know.
I could
at
roast
basketball.
Shelby at basketball so
What?
hard.
Oh man.
Zach, let's put major stakes on this. I
Yes.
need major stakes. Major stakes.
Oh,
this
he
just
took
got
the bait.
interesting.
Scotty, he took the bait. He
Oh
took
my
the
God.
bait. Let's go.
What's the bait? You think I'm underestimating you?
I think you're overestimating yourself.
No, I am.
No, Shelby. I've gone to many gyms with Shelby to play ball, and he's easily the best player on the
thanks,
court.
Scotty.
I'm not even
Did you
kidding.
go to?
Well, what should we bet?
Did you go?
He can facilitate. He can make he can make the jumper. He can hit threes. He can drive to the basket. He can do
Zach,
it all.
I can't wait. Like I can't wait. This
I literally can't wait for this. I finally am in a position where I get to
Yeah,
spectate
dude.
because I
I'm
suck at
usually the
basketball.
guy. I'm usually the guy in this Devil's three-way that we have. I'm the one holding the camera.
No, in this Devil's three-way, it's you two ramming me from both ends.
It's Zach sucking someone from the back.
Fair enough.
While like with an apple in his mouth.
Yeah, for some odd reason, because you guys were butt buddies in college, it's fuck Zach. He's the worst person that ever walked the earth. Let's make his life hell.
But Zach, I'm literally
Zach,
I'm
there
gonna,
was Zach when we first started playing fantasy football and you didn't accept a trade once. That's when I knew I was like, this is your life
Zach,
now.
I'm gonna royally face fuck you in basketball.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh my god!
Can't
dude,
wait.
He's serious.
Can't wait.
Oh my god! Can we get like a guest
Zach,
pass to the Y or something so we don't have to wait until it's
Zach, here's the thing. Zach, here's the thing. You can't lose and then be like, oh, I knew. I just wanted to
Exact
rev
thing.
up your engine.
Someone said
like
it.
you can't be like, oh, I always knew like Shelby was better. Duh. Like, are you kidding me? You guys didn't know that?
Oh,
like I was
that's-
just kidding. Like that's
Well,
that's
no,
exactly
no,
what
it's,
I've
well,
ever heard
that's
one.
it's funny that you say that because that's exactly what's happening right now.
oh my god. Zach, what do you want me to do if I lose? to
Shelby,
you?
Shelby, how much do you weigh? Just tell me how much you weigh.
Like 188.
Shelby weighs a full 70 pounds less than I do. How could I be better at basketball than him?
So wait, this whole thing's a mirage.
I knew it was. That's why I said it. 'Cause it just smelled Mirage.
Oh.
Because
Just want to rev him up a little bit. Just get under his skin and rev him up a little bit.
Zach, that's so. You're a douche. Oh, God, that's
Damn it, dude!
bitchy.
I wanted to finally be the one. Like I can
Definitely.
roast. I can be the one to be like, oh
There's
guys,
no,
check it out.
there is no
Oops.
reality where I am better at basketball
Oh my
than
God.
Shelby. Absolutely
How about-
none. The fact,
but
the
what-
fact that you could believe that I did is that's just the pièce de
Well, dude,
résistance. Mwah.
I thought you were serious about being better, like could roast Scotty covering 1-on-1 wide receiver corner.
Oh no! I'm better at basketball than Scotty, but there's no way. I know it's just, Shelby, you're actually athletic. There's no way.
Bruh.
Oh, you're such a douche. I'm
Dude,
at
Scotty's dude.
Scotty is
Scotty's
so gangly and uncoordinated.
No, he is not. He has his moments. No, just
Was his moments not during? I guess his moments weren't during the football and the 40-yard
dude,
dash.
that football thing's such a wash, dude. It was like pouring down rain. It was like 4 degrees.
We were both in the
Don't
same
even.
conditions.
And like the quarterback play was awful from all three of us, and you know that.
Well, you know.
in the
I agree to disagree. I just saw the ball fall incomplete, so. But Zach, real talk, if we played to 21 in hoops, what would the spread be where you're like, yeah, I'll cover that with ease?
Between me and you, or me and Scotty?
Me and you.
17.
I think you and Scotty should play 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Oh, Shelby, don't do this. Don't
I'm
turn
plus-
this into
yeah.
like, oh,
Well,
no,
dude,
it's between
Scotty-
you two because I'm obviously
Scotty,
the best.
I have to because like I'm so
Why
geared up now.
why
I
can't
wanted
we
this to
do?
happen.
Why can't we do between the two of you? Why does it always have to be pitting?
Because Scotty and I have played basketball a million times against
Countless
each other.
times. I've never won ever because I always get like knocked down at 20 to like 13 and 21.
So
Zach,
why,
you think the spread should be?
I've done that to Shelby. a
Zach, you
couple
think the
times.
spread should be 17 between us?
Yeah.
I would take that.
Jesus.
You would take
Okay,
that?
that-
Okay.
I
All I
would
have to
take
do
minus
is
set.
all I have to do is take
So-
4.
Well, make it 16.5, so then I can't push.
I'll make it 17 and a half.
Are you kidding me? So if I give up 3 points,
I hate
yeah,
this
this
whole
sucks
thing right
now,
now.
Zach. That was such a cock tease.
Zach, your whole rip your rankings has
Yeah,
just been
dude, you
ripped.
don't even have stalk girls in the park on here.
Derailed.
solely not
It's
stalks.
like walking dogs, letting them shit, and not picking it up. Top 5 thing to do when it's warm outside. All right,
Zach does that anyway.
irrational reactions. Let's do
Oh
it.
God. We had
Do you want?
we
Oh,
had
Shelby,
a
we did
good
irrational
one, man.
reactions in
Oh,
there.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You guys have to give me
Yeah.
that audio.
Yeah, it was pretty bad though.
Zach just evil laugh.
Call
out
Scotty.
the
Yeah,
gym.
call Scotty Craniel because that was totally cringe.
Shelby, what's the spread if you and me were to play to 21? Like
We've
8.5?
we've done that before.
I know we've done about 8.5 for
Nine,
money too, and I've lost.
9.5.
That's what it would be now. Yeah, I haven't played since.
I haven't
like,
played
summer.
either, but I'd say 9.5.
But Shelby goes to the gym.
I need to find
That's the thing.
Zach. You act like I don't. I go to the gym too. You fuck boy.
Okay. I want to see the receipts. Show me the receipts.
One of the best Scotty and I stories of playing basketball wasn't even outside. It was in his room. He had this little hoop, and we kept like shooting like best out of 5 each time or something like that. So whoever wins, he kept betting me smoothies. So it was like
You have to
he's
buy
like,
you
so I
12
won like 3.
smoothies?
I won like 3 in a row, and he kept like all right, double or nothing. It was like, oh, he owes me 6 smoothies now. And then like by the time it got to like 8 or 9, it turned from like Smoothie King smoothies to like McDonald's smoothies.
Let me
And then
get you a
and then
Shamrock
the-
shake.
And then at the end, I was just like, just give me 2 smoothies from Smoothie King whenever I want. He's like, fine. And I've only gotten one of them actually.
cut to the meme of Xerxes from 300. I am a generous god. Unfamiliar with that meme? Okay,
yeah.
all right. I guess you guys aren't meme
good
lords.
one,
All
bro.
right, let's go to
I don't-
irrational
I'm
reactions.
I'm triggered. I'm
What?
triggered that Zach just doesn't think I'm athletic at all. And he's
Dude,
like,
that-
"Well, Shelby goes to the gym." I'm like, "I weigh the less out of all."
Yeah, but
both
you're
of
that.
you." How am I the most?
Yeah,
least,
but you're
like,
that skinny fat kind of deal. You're like Daniel Tosh. That's the kind of body that you have.
I'll take that.
I would
pretty
take that
good
all
looking
day. Damn.
Until he takes his shirt off, and
Yeah,
it's like, damn, this guy hasn't
man.
done calisthenics in about 18 years.
I must be Philip Seymour Hoffman now.
Zach, if I'm Daniel Tosh, you're like Danny DeVito.
It's
I'm Philip Seymour Hoffman now.
dead?
Yeah, he's just a bag of bones. I was waiting for someone to say, like, yeah, he's dead. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like just the bones.
You wish you were skin and bones.
Okay, but now Scotty versus Zach basketball has to happen, though.
Ugh.
No, it doesn't.
No.
You versus Zach basketball has to.
No, the
How about
two
that
of
one?
you versus
How about
each
that
other.
one? How about we
This
just
is a-
all three play basketball to 21 and just like
This is a one-on-one.
Why don't we play a game? Why don't we play a game of horse?
Hey, you guys
Oh,
know
God.
that like 3 different people can play to 21 like on the court at the same
Yeah, I
time?
used to.
That's
play
fine, but there's-
three-way.
it's hard to do spreads in that
Yeah.
game. It's hard to do spreads
Yeah.
in that.
Well, we can
Scotty,
just do
is there,
individual spreads, right?
Like team totals.
Like Shelby, like my spread for you specifically between you and me, my spread between me and Zach, and Shelby and Zach's spread between each other.
Yeah, but like if my spread between Zach and I is like 8, like you're helping me or could hurt me. It's a good.
I
Yeah,
guess.
no, I like that idea. That's the only way to do it. Scotty, is there like a gym anywhere near you that's like, we could go to?
Oh, dude, that's the thing. Like, remember when we were at Ohio University and we found that that Stonks gym like right near our
So stonks.
it was like they like taught basketball classes in college for whatever reason at this gym inside like a class or a course building. Like we're all like there's a bunch of like classes that are held. There's just a random gym in here that wasn't
dude.
like the rec center or wasn't outside, and it was indoor.
took
And it was
basketball.
perfect.
I took basketball as a class and just flexed on everyone. I was like putting up 20 and 10 a game on like these like IT nerds. It's just like I'm a different breed in this piece. Like,
Yeah, dude,
I was
that was.
just like, yeah, I played in high school.
I've dreamt of having just an indoor court to myself like that, and for being on campus and not having anyone else around, like that's my dream. It's just to have an indoor court like I can go to, and I don't know.
Oh,
of one.
absolutely. We made some funny ass videos in that place.
Yeah, we did.
We also played basketball, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
All right. It is now time for the fan favorite NFL.com irrational headline
favorite.
reactions, and I think I got screwed into going first. Just 'cause
Railroaded, bro.
I've been
Railroaded.
hiding behind just calling out the order, and I'm never first. Apparently. All right. Who wants to count me in?
I will, sir.
Okay, sir.
3, 2, 1. You are live.
Top 100 free agents of 2020. Brady, 4th ranked QB. It would really suck to be that 102nd free agent. Jeremiah's top 50 rankings 2.0. 1 QB on the rise. Brandon Allen's fingers. Stephen Jones. Dak is Cowboys QB for the future. By future, he means one day. Justin Simmons expects to be tagged by the Broncos. No, like actually tagged in the ass with a stamp and like a number that they can monitor him at all times. NFL reinstates Burfict for 12-game suspension. Burfict, are you guys sure? Top prospect Chase Young to skip combine drills. Will actually go work in a combine. Draft order for round 1. Top needs for all 32 teams. Bengals, number 1. Some national media respect. Roundup, Jaguars to decline Marcel Darius' option. Marcel Darius declining option to play for the Jaguars. Bucks to unveil new uniforms ahead of 2020 season. It's just a seeing eye chart that you go and do at the doctor.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
It's pretty quick.
All right,
Pretty
did we
witty.
decide on Scotty? I'd appreciate it.
Do you want to go, Scotty, or you want me to go?
I'll go. I'll do this.
All righty. Count them in there, Shelb.
Oh,
3,
God, oh, no.
2, and 1. Scotty?
Top 101 free agents of 2020. Brady, 4th ranked QB. Wait, so there's 3 QBs ahead of him? Like, Brandon Allen? Jeremiah's top 50 rankings 2.0. 1 QB on the rise. What happened to 1.0? Jeremiah must not be sure. Stephen Jones, Dak is QB. Dak is Cowboys QB for the future, but not for the present. Justin Simmons expects to be tagged by Broncos. I mean, they should sign him, not play tag. NFL reinstates Burfict after 12 games. Burfict immediately punches Goodell for another 14-game suspension. Top prospect Chase Young to skip combine drills. Stop, drop, and roll not included. Draft order for round 1. Top needs for all 32 teams. This is supposed to be NFL. Not. I don't know where I'm going with it. Roundup. Jaguars to decline Marcel Darius' option to be actual fit and stay in the NFL. His options are limited. Bucks to unveil new uniforms ahead of 2020 season. Because they're cream-colored creamsicle jerseys are good. We should bring those back. They're the best uniforms in the NFL.
This is why Scotty's the best at irrational reactions, because he'll just be like, he doesn't have them planned out. None of us do. And he's just like, he'll get through it and he'll be like trying to come up with something and he'll ramble for a few seconds. Like, I don't fucking know. It's like so good. All right, Zach, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Phillip Rivers, his wife's gut's still one of the best ones, I think.
Yeah, by far.
You guys need to piss me off before I do these so I can just be like fucking so cynical with it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. All right, 3, 2, 1, Zach.
Top 101 free agents of 2020. Brady, 4th-ranked QB. 1st-ranked mouth kisser. Jeremiah's top 50 rankings 2.0. 1 QB on the rise. Shelby's top 50. Please come to Cincy, Joe. Stephen Jones. Dak is Cowboys QB for the future. Jerry Jones. The fuck my boy say? Justin Simmons expects to be tagged by Broncos. Scotty has 10 reasons why he's now the best player in the league. NFL reinstates Burfict after 12-game suspension. Burfict says Rudolph used racial slurs in last meeting. Top prospect Chase Young to skip combine drills. Y'all see my body? Draft order for round 1. Top needs for all 32 teams. Dolphins. Can we get a do-over? Roundup. Jaguars to decline Marcel's Darius option. Who? Bucks to unveil new uniforms ahead of 2020 season. Bruce Arians sells jersey ad rights to Golden Corral without NFL approval.
All right, here's why Zach's the best at irrational reaction. Because how do you not know who Marcel Darius is? And then secondly, if like he says one that's like we don't laugh at, he'll start the next one with a like.
Yeah,
I do that too.
That's why I love you.
So if I had done yours, then I would have laughed at the beginning of all of them.
Because none of them were
Exactly.
funny. I got that joke now.
There you go.
The Office. All right. NFL Shuffle, guys. I
let's do
sprung this one on you. I apologize. Best off-the-field moment for the team that you pick. Scotty.
Throw him a
9.
number.
Watching Scotty not pick the Broncos is going to be great.
My favorite pastime.
9. Green Bay Packers.
What does off-field mean?
Like, it could have been like a signing or a controversy or...
Okay.
I would say like Aaron Rodgers
Getting in those
beef with
Danica
his
Patrick
family.
guts.
No, it was Brett Favre retiring and then coming back and then expecting the Packers to be like, oh yeah, well, come on back.
Oh shit.
That drama was the only
favorite
Packers
was,
drama that's ever happened.
Well, mine is when I saw an article, it was like one owner says Kaepernick should never play in the NFL again, and it like had these quotes from an NFL owner, and then at the end, like it's like this owner is part owner of the Green Bay Packers, so it was just some random fan. Oh, that was good. Zach, pick a number.
What? You pick a number, you fucking bitch. 13.
I have the numbers in front of me. You
Yeah,
fucking
that's okay.
narc.
Just 13.
New York Giants.
Plaxico Burress. When Plaxico Burress shot himself in the fucking leg.
That's a parlay that the Bills. That's on the field,
Yeah.
but it was when Stevie Johnson pretended to shoot himself.
Yeah.
Mine for the Giants is when Ben McAdoo benched Eli
Yeah.
for one game for Geno Smith, and then they went back to Eli for one game.
When Eli wormed his way out of San Diego to go to New York.
And I like this doesn't really count because it was during a game, but the broadcast crew, when Eli came back for the next game after being benched, they said like starting quarterback Eli Manning, and then at the bottom the graphic it said like started 117 out of the last 118 games.
Jesus.
Anything else?
Uh,
Giants.
Tiki Barber wanting to come back, and the Giants were like, No.
thank you.
We're
You
good.
cheated on your wife.
the
You're
Giants-
like 47.
When the every fan was ready to burn down the house when Daniel Jones was drafted.
Biggest
good.
mistake not drafting
Okay.
Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Straight steel. All right, Scotty. Stonks. Scotty, pick a number for me.
8.
8 is great, and the number is 8 in Seattle Seahawks. When Marshawn, that was with the Raiders, I guess. The Seahawks, when they drafted Shaquem Griffin, because it was a good story. How about that?
No.
When Mike Holmgren said we lost the Super Bowl because of the refs. Yeah.
I don't know.
Seahawks kind of boring.
The
kinda boring.
the Russell Wilson future beef.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
How
And
about
like every team playing future songs when the Seahawks are in town.
how about Pete Carroll and DK Metcalf taking off each other's shirts?
That was cringe. What's the name from that TikTok? Count Chocula.
Cranial?
Cranial. Count Chocula.
Is it- All right, Scotty, pick a number. We're gonna each do 3 of these.
Hey, he just picked a number.
19.
He picked one for me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you fucking dumbass. 19.
The Raiders.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The Raiders. I don't know. Their fans being idiots and How about the fan threatening Donald Penn
How about
outside of the
Antonio
stadium?
Yes.
Brown?
Yeah, seriously, I was about to say like Antonio Brown everything.
No, I'd rather stay
Like-
away from Antonio Brown because that was
Idiot.
annoying and not even interesting.
When they drafted Jamarcus Russell and his first day at camp, they gave him a playbook and they asked him if he looked it over. He said yes, and they told him there was like $100 bill on the inside of it because he didn't actually look it over.
Jesus.
Lane Kiffin getting fired.
Al Davis.
John
dying.
Gruden getting traded.
Damn, Scotty.
I didn't know coaches could get traded, but apparently they can.
Zach, pick a number.
29.
29 is the Jets.
Oh boy. Adam Gase.
Brett Favre's cock.
Yeah. Adam Gase saying, "I don't want Le'Veon Bell."
Adam Gase's eyes.
Yeah. In that press conference where he's spread.
Hey guys.
Did you just do crack?
Hey guys.
Fireman. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Al Davis. Though. Let's be real. All right.
Yeah, no. Pour one out for the homie.
Yeah. Legendary person
Fireman Ed.
in the NFL.
Fireman Ed saying he's not gonna go to the games anymore, and then he goes to the games.
Yeah.
Joe Namath guarantee.
Yeah.
Spike Lee going to Knicks games.
How's that have to do with the Jets?
I don't know because it's New York.
Okay. It's technically Jersey.
Jets play in New Jersey. Yeah.
So do the Jets. Yeah, the Jets and the who else? The Giants, right?
Jesus, Zach, you needed a second
Yep.
for that. All right, someone pick a number for me.
20.
Stonks.
He is
27. Do 27.
Indianapolis Colts.
Damn it.
All right.
Yeah,
Jim
do
Irsay
27
being a
instead.
fucking cokehead.
27 was the Ravens.
Oh.
Drafting a running back in the first round.
Ray Lewis being an accessory
Ray
to murder.
Lewis- yeah, and then
Just getting away
Shannon-
with it.
the rookie mini camp the Ravens had on Hard Knocks was actually really freaking funny. Ray Rice, you hate to see
Darren
it.
Waller being a
Um,
fucking drug addict.
yeah. Terrell Suggs saying he wouldn't go. He's only going to go to the Ravens, and then he doesn't go to the Ravens and wins the Super Bowl. Joe Flacco being tall all the time.
And not
Oh,
and
yeah.
not
Flacco
elite.
Joe Flacco,
Flacco-
looking like a Raven.
Yes, Joe Flacco's signing that contract. Justin Tucker singing.
Oh yeah.
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 Or doing
Okay.
the dance after field goals. Actually, that's on field.
Yeah. The Terry. Yeah.
Big trust.
Scotty picking up. Scott. Yeah,
Meet me outside the bank.
Woo, woo, woo. Scotty number.
6.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Not firing Dan Quinn.
Yeah. 28 to that's on field.
Yeah, I don't know. Atlanta's kind of boring.
Well, not really. Michael Vick and the Dogs.
Oh.
Oh, I don't like to associate myself with that content.
Okay, then.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Who was the Falcon that got busted trying to solicit a prostitute?
Could be. It's Atlanta. It could be any one of them.
It was. Damn. One of them. Nice. It was the night before the Super Bowl. That was like '98 when they lost to the Broncos. But yeah. The coach from who's the coach that left for Arkansas like in the middle of the night and just left a letter in everyone's locker?
I don't know.
Then he ended up getting into a motorcycle accident with his mistress on the back of his motorcycle. And so he came to a press conference in a big neck brace, and that meme went viral.
I'll
who was
look that
coach?
one up. I'll give you my number while I look that up. 14. It's the Broncos.
Okay. It's the Bengals.
Yeah, right.
Bobby
Ooh.
Petrino.
Let's go.
Who was the guy who got launched out of the pickup truck?
Jesus. Chris Henry?
Wow, Zach. Jesus,
Damn.
R.I.P. to the homie.
At least I said Ray Rice. I said I hate to see it. You're just like,
Yeah.
favorite off-field memory? Oh, when Chris Henry died? Jeez.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
That's
I
messed
don't know if I
up.
can be friends with you.
Yeah, we're gonna...
That's okay. It wasn't really working out for me anyways.
when they don't draft Joe Burrow.
Yeah. When Joe Burrow
dude,
forces
that's
his way out.
if that doesn't happen, dude, that's going to be such a bitch move by the whole NFL for not having Joe Burrow, for basically forcing that narrative down everyone's throat.
Right. Zach, anything else? There's so many miserable
No,
things
I
you
mean,
can think of.
I don't really no. This is best moments, but I kind of let you take it away because I don't really know much.
Best moments for you is what I'm saying would be a bad moment for the Bengals.
Yeah,
You just said Chris Henry dying, and you're saying this is for
Yeah.
best moments. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I'm just going with most memorable, I guess, and since that's kind of where we were kind of skewing to.
Carson Palmer demanding a trade.
Yeah, it was like that's a bold move when you're in your 30s, bud.
Jordan Palmer inventing an app that tells you the best time to go pee during a movie.
Oh, that's a legendary app that never
Yeah.
caught on. I don't think. Is it
Yeah,
still
run
around?
pee.
When
Run
I had
pee.
Auden Tate do a cameo for you.
That was good.
That was good. Favorite off-field moment for sure. I like
that our
the
show?
Chad Johnson scenario.
Oh. The Chad Johnson scenario.
Yeah, just the whole thing when he like wanted a contract, didn't know if he wanted to be with the Bengals anymore, but then like still like I don't know. That was probably the most dramatic it's been for the Bengals outside of off the field.
When they finally fired Marvin.
Oh yeah, that's big. Hey Shelby,
Show.
before we end our show here, give me your NBA finals.
NBA Finals, fearless prediction.
Ooh.
Milwaukee Bucks, no chance they don't make it out of the East.
Yikes.
And I'm going to say the Clippers turn it around.
You think?
Okay.
I think Clippers beat the Lakers in 7.
Okay.
You
Wow.
know what? 6. 6.
Wow.
Why not? Why not?
Put money on it.
Wow.
Who says no?
Not me, sir.
What's yours?
Me? Ah, dude, I'm saying Lakers and the Bucks.
Yeah. Zach?
I'll say the Bucks are just mauling people right now.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
they play defense.
Yeah, mine's gonna be Lakers Celtics because like I say every time the NBA's rigged, and that's really what we need to see. What the NBA feels we need to see right now.
NBA loves to see it. We hate to see it. Is that our show?
That's our show.
That's our show.
See you guys.